Martin Spurlock. He works for Sam Houston Cooperative Electric. Keeps people in electricity here in East Texas, just like John Harris, his colleague, does. And on top of that, I've known this young man since he was a kid. So we appreciate him coming up and talking to us here at the world famous Picket House out at Heritage Village in Woodville, Texas. And he has been working for Sam Houston for a number of years now.
5 years.
5 years. And then you put in a lot of overtime, right?
Yes, sir. Last year, probably somewhere around 1,700 hours of overtime.
Wow.
Roughly, kind of like John talks about, it fluctuates, I mean, year to year.
Yeah.
Year before, probably around the same amount, but, you know, I've always had to pay in. Now, I haven't done my taxes this year, but I have talked to my CPA and kind of went over my W-2 with him, and on the qualified OT part, you know, it's somewhere around 14,000 is what's going to qualify for the overtime and on the W-2. So he told me, like, you're going to get a pretty decent return. For the past 5 years, I've had to pay him as well.
So you haven't gotten any return
No.
in 5 years.
No.
This year, your tax man's telling you you're gonna get a hefty return.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely grateful for that. You know, and we work the overtime for our families and our kids, and you know, and kind of like what Mr. Harris was talking about. You know, just the amount of overtime that we do pull. It's half our income most of the time, or over half. And I'm very grateful for it. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, you work a lot of hours to get it. And to be able to get some of that return back to you in the years, it'll be a good thing.
Well, if you did not get this tax return, it's almost like you're working overtime for very, very little to nothing.
Yeah, and like he's talking about, I mean, I paid $30,000 in taxes last year, paid in, and year before last, same thing, and still had to pay a little over almost $3,000 back at the end of 24. So I mean, it's, you know, you work all these hours and you still got to pay Uncle Sam. But now knowing that we don't have to do that and kind of get some of this in return to go towards our families is a good thing.
Martin, I tell you what, that's that really does me some good to my heart, because you know, being able to see what we do in Washington translate into real help, money in the pocket for families who are paying high prices, you know, especially after the Biden years and the inflation that we had. My gosh, we saw gasoline. We think gas is high now. We've got a war going on, but man, before that, the 4 years of Joe Biden, the fuel, the food, everything that power, energy, everything else was going through the roof. And now we've got real benefits, real help that is coming to families like yours and John's and Kate's and Loria's and people that we've talked to this morning. See that translate into real help, not having to give money back to the government, putting that money that they earn back in their pockets where it belongs.
That's right.
So
that's right. We're grateful for it, and we thank y'all for what y'all do up there, and keep fighting the fight.
you bet, Martin. God bless you, man.
Yes,
We
you
thank you very, very much.